Sonu, thank you so much for joining today. You are helping thousands of people, migrant workers across the country. And, we feel that we have a real hero, real person, real someone to look up to. Tell us about the work that you are doing with the migrant workers.
First of all, thank you so much for having me, and your words are very encouraging and motivate me to work hard. But I feel, I'd seen those disturbing visuals like everyone on television, all these people who have been on the roads without any means to reach back to their loved ones. So I think that was very disturbing. And I was doing a food drive, feeding almost 50,000 people every single day with my friend. Her name is Neeti Goyal. And we both were doing it. And, then we came across these group of migrants who were, walking on the highway to Karnataka. So we stopped them and we said, where are you heading to? They said, we are just walking back to our natives. And I requested them to give me a day or two to get all those permissions sorted for them, and I'll arrange buses for them. And they said, okay, sir. And they stopped and I got everything done. They left. And when they were leaving, they had tears in their eyes and smiles on their faces. I felt that was the most powerful visual that I had ever seen. And that disturbed me also, because I knew that these are the 350 people who could reach out to me. But there are millions who are still on the roads in different parts of the country. So how to reach out to them? So that's the time I started approaching everyone, sending people back to home. And in a day or two, the whole words spread across the nation that okay, there is someone who's trying to help people reach. And everyone who was moving on the highways, they stopped at different dhabas, at different junctions, and they started contacting me. So this is how the whole thing started. And till now, as we are speaking, almost 30,000 people, we have made them reach back to their loved ones.
You helped migrants in Mumbai get back to their homes, and you also airlifted nearly 180 women laborers from Odisha who were stranded in a factory in Kerala. Are you seeing more of these requests now coming? Because and then it's from across the country, right? Like it's from Kerala, it is in Mumbai, it's in Odisha. Are more people reaching out to you?
There are almost 60,000 requests still pending. I'm working on it. There are people who are leaving from Jammu to Ranchi. There are people who are leaving again from Kerala to Bhubaneswar. Yesterday, I had sent another flight from of 180 people from Mumbai to Dehradun, Uttarakhand. A lot of buses to Uttarakhand. There are people stranded in Assam. So I'm in a place called Silchar. So I'm just getting them from Mumbai to Silchar. So I feel from Kashmir. And there's another Kanyakumari. So yesterday, we found people in Chennai. So someone sent me those visuals on the WhatsApp, and they have to go to Kanyakumari. So just lining up travel for them also. So now it's all pan-India. People are trying to reach out to me, and I wish I had more hands. I wish I had more people to put this all in order. But yeah, our team is phenomenal. All the people who have been working with me, whether a team of my chartered accountants, Pankaj, Harsh, KK, a lot of people, my friend Neeti Goyal, like I said, and the whole Khana Chahiye team. There's a team that is just taking care of all the food arrangements. We get them loaded in the buses so that when they travel, they don't need anything, water, food, refreshments, fruits, everything. So I think it's a whole team that's making things happen, and I can't thank them enough that what we have done. I feel that, we were just a catalyst, chose by God to do this thing good.
You've said your late parents have been a very big influence in your life, and you've done so many philanthropic activities and things in their memory. So I just want to read it, that you have a Saroj Trust named after your mother to provide clothes and education to underprivileged children, and Shakti Anandam named after your father. Can you tell us a little more about the the initiatives that you're doing on their behalf, and what does it mean? Because I think you were the closest to your parents, and today they're not there, and they would be so proud of a son like you. Like the whole country is so proud of someone like you.
Yeah, I miss them more today, and I feel that if they were there, it would have been very, very special. And they used to feel really proud of all my small achievements. And today, what I've been able to do with their blessings, I think I miss them more today. My mom was a professor in the college, and she used to teach a lot of kids, free of cost. My dad had a cloth shop in Moga, from where I belong to. We used to have langar every week for all the people. So that's the space I was brought up. in, and they always told me one thing, that if you're only successful if you're able to help someone. If you're not able to help anyone, you are not a successful person. So I think that's a line that we have grown listening to. And now today, when we are able to reach out to so many people, I feel it's their blessings and their prayers that are doing wonders from heaven. And still miles to go, but the journey is on. And I promise that till the last migrant reaches back to his home, I'm not going to.
There's so many people, and I saw on Twitter everywhere people are rooting, loving, celebrating what you're doing. Like it's like the country has just connected to what you are doing. And there was this amazing tweet. No, people are saying, "Oh, we want you to do more hero roles, not villain roles." And people are saying that you should get Bharat Ratna, which you should. And I'm sure everyone in the right offices would be looking at this. What do you have to say about all this affection coming your way?
No, I had done many hero roles also. I've done negative roles also. Only thing is, few negative roles that I did were left a lot of strong mark in the minds. The films were huge hits, so that's why people believe that it's more of a negative role. But I've done many hero roles also. But I would say this is a new beginning. There's something new in the pipeline, which will I would say bring a change in me as an actor. And but I always believe, what the role that I've played in now, sitting at home or going out with the migrants is the biggest role of my life. I can't expect or wish there was a better script in which God was directing it and I was just enacting it.
आप उठे और आपने किया, आज सोचते रहते हैं, बात करते हैं, these are coffee table conversations, but करते नहीं है, मगर आप उठे और की और कर रहे हैं. What is it in you that gets you to do this?
I would say it's automated. It's not something that I plan. It's not something that I want to be pre-organized and pre-planned or something. It's just an instinct. I see a message, someone wanting to reach out to me, I just want to do it. There was a couple of students who are in Russia stranded there. They have reached out to me. I'm trying to help them also come back from Russia. There's a group of people who are stranded in Dubai. I'm trying to help them out come back from Dubai. So it's not about one individual or 200 people, anywhere in part of the world. So the only thing is now they have a trust, a hope that, okay, he can help. And I think that amounts to a huge amount of responsibility on my shoulders. Okay, someone is waiting for that answer. Someone is waiting to go back to their loved ones. And now I have to make it happen. So I'm constantly in touch with a lot of state governments, a lot of top people that, how can I make things move fast so that I can send them back to their homes. So I think that's a struggle that is happening. But I would say this is the best part of my life and I'm enjoying the struggle.
Has the ecosystem come around? Are you seeing a lot of people coming and contributing in some way to what you are doing?
Yes, I started first on my own without asking anyone. We didn't speak to anyone. And like I said, me and my friend Neeti Goyal, we just said, okay, let's try this and let's help them. So we just started this whole thing. And then slowly people started coming in. Okay, you're doing something right. This is what we wanted. Can we be a part of it? Can we sponsor half a bus? Can we sponsor today a little food in the bus? Can we send some refreshments? Can we sponsor one bus, two buses? So I feel that drive went to a next level. A lot of friends came and they said, we want to be a part of it. How can we help? And they came forward and they became a part of this whole family. And the whole, what you're seeing is not just, I would say, my part. I think every single individual who has given their wishes or some kind of contribution, they are the ones, they are the real heroes who are making me, do all these things. Yeah.
By doing this, is there any kind of a transformation that you are seeing, that you are going through? And how does it also reflect in your own journey from here on?
I'm an engineer. I've gone through the same, struggling to get into the buses, struggling to get a reservation in the train, sleeping on the floor, trying to, reach out to many people. How can I reach to my destination? So I've seen that journey. So I can relate to all these migrants. And I want to just... all these kids who have been walking with their parents, they'll have these such strong, I would say, bad memories when they'll see their parents suffering on the highways without food, without water, and they'll grow up with that, those visuals. So I never wanted them to have those visuals ever in their mind when they grow up to be an adult. So I just wanted to make their life easy, have some nice memories, so that, okay, there was someone who tried to help their parents or them or their elders. So that's just an effort. Like I said, I'm lucky enough to be chosen as a catalyst by God to make things happen. So it's just I'm doing a bit, and I think every smile that I get to see when they reach back to their homes motivate me more to work harder and to put some more efforts. Yeah.
Will we see a lot of you, more of you on the screen in big hero roles? We want to see you. What's on the cards?
Yeah, of course, there's one film called Prithviraj for Yash Raj that I'm shooting right now, me and Akshay Kumar. But like I said, this, I know, maybe what do you call a game changer in someone's life. I'm sure, some producer directors in some sitting in some part of the country would be trying to pen down some good lines for me, some good scripts for me. So I'm always open, but I always believe that, whatever is destined to happen, it will happen. So you don't need to plan it. Just let it leave up to the God. I think he's the best planner in the world.
Talking to you, one knows that there's deep within you, there is something which is extremely positive, generous, and giving. How do you have that kind of a thing? And what would you like to tell to a lot of people who might think that life is unfair? Especially, I'm telling you, because मैं startup world से हूँ, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे layoffs हो रहे हैं, इंडिया में अभी job scene difficult है, market is difficult. What would you like to tell people who are going through difficult times?
I would like to tell, when I came to Mumbai, I had just 5,500 rupees in my pocket. My parents said, okay, just buy a flat. You don't need to struggle. We are there for you. I was from a good family. And they said, why do you need to struggle? You'll get your flat and then you can struggle. But I said, no, let me go through that grind. Let me see what life is. And I think grind that you go through in your life is the best teacher in life. When you reach at a point when you are a successful person, and again, you get through this phase of layoffs or, all this pandemic that we got, just believe that, okay, when you had nothing and again you worked hard to reach where you are today. And I think, again, it's just, I would say, a quick check whether you are still able to work that hard or still able to reach back to your goals. So I think it's a challenge. Don't let that affect you. Now you're more equipped. Now you're wiser. Now you have more experience in the world. Now you are more connected. Again, you can, when you're not connected, still you reach where you are today. And now going back, I think you'll reach faster.
What's the big dream that you're dreaming? What is Sonu Sood's big dream?
There's no big dream. Actually, I'll tell you, I just pray and wish for a good and healthy life of everyone. You can't dream, you have to just make your dreams come true. You just have to work hard. I just pray to God every day that just keep me focused in life, just keep me grounded, just keep me always in the space of a reality check, and I'll keep working hard, and whatever I deserve in my life will come my way. No regrets and no complaints for whatever I've got or whatever I haven't been able to achieve.
Message for everyone in this country, and first, let me, because I have the privilege and honor of talking to you, let me just thank you enough on behalf of India, on behalf of everyone whom you've helped, and for all of us whom you've given this thing that, okay, we all need to get up and do something. What would you like to tell people?
I would like to tell everyone, okay, everyone has been hit by this pandemic. People are going to face some difficult times, but be an inspiration for your kids. Tell them, okay, you're there for them, and to all the kids, this is the time that you have to act mature and tell your parents, okay, we are with you. Together we'll fight this battle and we'll come out stronger. So it's a time when you're not supposed to complain, but time to fight. And I promise you that soon you'll have a better India, a stronger India, and everything will be better than ever before.
Do you wear your emotions on your sleeves, or do you act like everyone else, which is like be in control?
I'm a very emotional person, and people can, I would say, relate to you when they see you. They say they can read you when you talk, when you do your deeds. But I believe that that's what you are. I think that's in my DNA. Maybe my mom was a very emotional person. My dad was a very emotional person. My family is very, very emotional. So I think there is something that is programmed in us, and it comes out very often. Yeah.
And engineers को आप क्या बोलेंगे? You studied engineering. What would you tell all the engineers in India today?
I would tell every single engineer that it's not just about I'm an electronics engineer. It's not about physics. It's not about chemistry. It's not about mathematics. It's about goodness. It's about staying humble. It's about trying to reach out to people who need you. And I think with your skills, whether you're an engineer, doctor, anyone, any part of the world, with your little bit, I feel you can bring a change in someone's life, and just do that. And I'm sure India will be a better place to live in.